Well, today, a Maryland appellate court reinstated Adnan Syed's murder conviction and ordered a redo of the hearing where Syed's conviction was overturned. The court said a lower court violated the rights of the victim, Heyman Lee's family, to attend a hearing in this case. So what should we expect to see next in this process? I am joined by attorney Lexi Rigdon. Lexi, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So, this case has brought so much exposure because of the podcast serial. Adnan Syed is 41 years old. He has served 23 years of his life sentence before that conviction was tossed out just a few months ago. So walk us through what today's announcement means.
So the appellate court, what they basically ordered was a do-over. There was a hearing in September where the victim's brother, Heyman Lee's brother, who lived in California, was only given 1 day's notice to attend the hearing where the state was going to be asking to vacate the conviction. And the victims have a constitutional right to attend those hearings in person. And so he was only able to attend remotely. And as we all know, the conviction was subsequently overturned. And now what the court is ordering essentially is to remedy the violation of his constitutional right by not being there is a do-over of the hearing where he's actually going to be there now. Everybody who wants to be there that's, in the victim's family is going to be able to be there and no doubt present their side of the story in terms of a victim impact of how they feel about the conviction being overturned. But it's probably not going to matter at all. I think it's more just procedural. It's checking a box. It's making sure that everybody's constitutional rights are protected. But ultimately, his DNA was excluded. The DNA evidence excluded him. And so practically speaking, I do not think that there's any chance Syed will be back in custody.
Yeah, I think that's the big question because I think when this was overturned, prosecutors realized that they failed to turn over evidence that could have helped his trial in 2000. So we're not doing a redo of all that, right? They don't have to go back and regurgitate all that information and then come to a new conclusion, do we?
Correct. They don't have to do that. What they're doing is just a redo of the motion to vacate the conviction. And so that's not going to be a testimonial hearing, probably. The attorneys are going to be arguing and they're going to be presenting some evidence. And then ultimately the court is probably going to come to the exact same conclusion because exonerations are really, really rare. Right. And so the fact that he actually was exonerated and there was enough evidence for the court to even grant this motion shows you that it's probably not going to be a different result. And also, Syed is not back in custody as a result of the court ruling this way either. So on the books, his conviction and his sentence have been reinstated, but he's still a free man today, regardless of what the appellate court ruled.
Yeah, Syed's attorney says he is indeed a free man. They plan to appeal the decision to reinstate Syed's conviction to the state's highest court. Where do we take this? Because, I understand that there has to be a procedure, and I'm sure the victim's family feels slighted by this process not having their say. But, this was a guy who spent 23 years of his life in prison for a crime he says he did not commit. How do you see this playing out?
Well, the court has to dot its I's and cross its T's. And frankly, I'm a little bit surprised that the victim wasn't, that the hearing wasn't adjourned so that the victim could actually be there in person, because it's a fundamental constitutional right of victims to be able to be there in person and to be able to have their day in court too. And so I don't know if we don't know the inside baseball of that and whether somebody messed up in the prosecutor's office and didn't tell the person in time or the adjournment was denied. But ultimately this hearing was held. I just think it's really important that for everybody to, give good notice, follow the court rules, because ultimately he was exonerated. The DNA evidence excluded him, but now they have to do this over again. Basically, it was just a procedural screw up, but now everybody has to be brought back and kind of relive the pain of this again.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. This is so emotional, so painful for everyone involved that to even have to go through this again, I'm sure even for the victim's family, it's very difficult. Attorney Lexi Rigdon, thank you so much for your expertise.
Thank you.